for the rest of
Oh,
it.
God, you've had a lot of good lines. My favorite is, Conrad, like you, I swear to God, every Monday, Mongo shows up with 15,000 minimum cash in his pocket. And I go, Mongo, but by the time you went
There
back
was a
home
lot
on
of street
Friday,
joints along that road being a traveling carny that I ain't hit, baby.
yeah, but so I go, Mongo, what the hell you do with $15,000 every week? He'd come in on Monday, wouldn't go home till Friday. He just stayed on the road. He said, "Kid, I got more money than I got time."
Oh, yeah. Jeez. Well, that was us laughing backstage. Man, I got some. There was more fun in that backstage in that locker room and on the rest of the road than I'd ever had on a football road because that was a grind and that was serious. But man, that locker room backstage that was what made it fun for me because the road was you're a traveling carny, Flair, Jesus Christ.
I'm traveling with you.
Yeah.
The problem is,
every man's got to get out and experience his Dante's Inferno. And let me tell you what, I've been to the ninth gate of hell. Yeah. Where would that be? Some places like Houma, Louisiana. Yeah. I don't care who you are, what race you are. You don't stay there after dark. You get out of that town. Places like that. Yeah. Beautiful.
So, Mongo, tell us some Ric Flair partying stories. Naking is a thing everybody wants to talk about on the show, and surely you've got a fun drinking story or partying story with Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Oh, Flair. He wears his panties out in the ring. He's an exhibitionist. You know that, don't you? All right. We're at Caesar's Palace, and when you walk in the round casino and then the elevators, that main little walkway to the cross, and you're at the elevators to go up to the rooms. All right. I'm there after a pay-per-view, and I'm playing blackjack at one of the tables on that, that walkway to go to the elevators, and I hear, woo! I turn around. I don't know what he'd been doing upstairs, but he was fully erect. He's got one of his robes on, and I hear, woo! I turn around, he's flashing the whole casino. Was I just drunk and dreaming that, Flair? Did you actually do it?
Yeah, you were drunk and dreaming. I could never have done
I guess, yeah. I had a lot of dreams about you, Flair. And the devil, who was right on your shoulder, saying, go ahead and do it. And I did.
That's awesome.
Well, listen, for telling that story, I'm going to tell about all the times you started out at Nitro and we couldn't find you for Thunder.
Oh, yeah. You remember that time Charles Barkley was waiting for me in Phoenix to do a Nitro show. We just done a pay-per-view in Vegas, but I had three girls up there in the bed at the, where was it, the MGM, and I called up old Dick Dillinger, told him, well, son, if you had this scenario going on, would you come to Phoenix? And he went, well, I guess we'll see you next week, Mongo.
Hey,
oh, boy.
listen, so when I had the Gold's Gyms, Conrad, I had Steve come open up one of them. He said he came into Charlotte, and so I had a limo pick him up, and we went and did the signing, and so this is the greatest story of all time. So the limo driver, Steve goes, I said, Steve, I got to go home. I'm still married, barely, but I got to go home. And Mongo said, well, I'll just take the car for a while. So I go into my gym at South Park the next day at noon, right, to work out. And the guy that owns the company who's working out the gym, he says, where'd your friend go? And I said, I don't know. I guess he's back at the hotel. He said, he's not back at the hotel. He said, and my car's not back yet. I said, what time is it? He said, it's noon. I said, you kidding? We didn't find Mongo until 6 p.m. that night. And then he checked into the hotel.
Show up.
Hey, listen, then he checks into the South Park suites. He calls me because he's already gone through 10 grand and says, can I have $1,500? I said, of course you can. I went and got $1,500, and he just stayed in the hotel for another 3 days. And then I had my big Christmas party with 300 people, right? 300 people, bankers, girl, all that. And Mongo comes walking downstairs.
This was Flair's Christmas party to thank all his business partners, everything in Charlotte. You've been good partners. Well, I show up, I'm dressed up like Bad Santa. I got the Santa costume on. I haven't shaved, so I've got 3 days of stubble, and I'm carrying a Jack Daniels bottle and drinking straight out of it.
And smoking a cigar.
Flair, have you ever seen Flair ghost white pale and can't utter a word? I'm walking in this party, thinks, oh my God, I've lost them all.
Yeah.
By the time that night was over, every one of them's wife had sit in my lap and took a picture, smiling, baby. Yeah.
Hey, he looked like Dan Aykroyd in Trading Places. The only thing he didn't have was a hunk of salmon hanging out.
Yes, that's where I got the character.
God. I don't even know. When did you go home? I don't remember.
I didn't. After that first one lost her scholarship, I was on the search. And I finally found her, baby. I was just here playing Go Fish with our offspring. Boy, it's great being a dad for her. I'm glad I waited, because it would have brought me down to earth so bad I would have been a pussy out on the football field.
Yeah, mine. FYI,
she's 7 years old. She jumps up on the bed the other day to look at me. I said, "Don't worry, you're going to be tall like Daddy one day." But she said, "But not as fat, right?" So it's great. The other day, they're both ignoring me, and I'm in here play whining. You know what she's out here say from across the hallway, yelling? "You know you're great. Quit your whining."
Who said that? Your daughter said that to you?
Yeah.
I love it. That's awesome. How old is she now, Steve?
I'm living the good life now, baby. It's beautiful.
How old is she now?
7.
7 years
old. 7 years old in second grade.
Wow.
That second grade homework's getting hard too, baby. Good Lord.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Every bit of homework for me was hard for 13 years.
That's always been your genius. You've always been able to forget the past.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Done that already.